What would WordleBot do? This is Wordle Spoiler, a recap, analysis, and review podcast of today's Wordle. Warning, if you haven't done your Wordle yet today, this podcast will spoil it.
So, what'd you get?
I got a 4.
Ooh, a par. Another one.
Well, I thought of this word last night as I was drifting off to sleep.
And how did the first word go for you?
Well, the first word was botch.
And you sort of botched it, didn't you? With a bunch of grays.
Well, I welcome the gray streak in the beginning sometimes because it's a way to eliminate a lot of letters.
Well, so if you got, say, 2 lines with just all grays, are you still happy with that?
I'm not terribly unhappy because
3 lines of grays.
There's just 3 lines of grays is extraordinary.
Okay.
But 1 line of gray doesn't mean the end of the world to me.
No, it doesn't.
No.
Okay, so then...
And, not to foreshadow the spoiler, but, full gray on a horizon...
Yeah, gotcha.
Is quite a dusky sight.
So you picked yourself...
Spoiler.
So you picked yourself up, dusted yourself off, and you're like...
How many times can we use dusty in a sentence?
Well, my nephews are named Dusty and Dusky, so... what's your second word?
So after botch, which was a choice because, one vowel, not in the middle, ending in a CH. Maybe some people might think of that as a risky choice, but...
You're always dropping the C's in the first line.
I like a C.
Yep.
And I like an H. And a CH on the end to me, is a big elimination. Anyway, I will go on. My second word was spear.
Ooh, okay. So you got 1 yellow.
I got 1 yellow on the S. The S, I feel like this was a good choice, even though I still only got 1 yellow, because I threw out after the O, using those 5 letters are heavy hitters, Like, normally maybe spear would have been a better choice to start with, but then I wouldn't have eliminated all those others. So I think throwing out the botch first, it was like slightly off regular. Then SPEAR, gone. Well, the S.
Well, the vowels. You've taken out a number of vowels.
The I and the U in combination is much more rare than any of those other 3 in combination. So
Right.
I feel like I'm not worried yet.
And you got that Y hanging out there, sneaky Y that can sometimes pop in there.
Right. But that, when you've lost all these other vowels, then U, I, and Y left leads me to my third guess, which I was, bopping between fussy and using, because there really wasn't a whole lot of other choices for that S mid-word, because, I'm not putting it on the end. Where's that S going to go? In what combination? So I thought of using, but I don't like that word because of the ing ending. I don't think that's very WordleBot'y.
Right. I totally agree.
Yeah. And then that leaves me to a Y on the end, which turned out to be true, but that's why I went with fussy.
Okay, so now you have 3 green.
I've got 3 green. I've placed the U, I've placed the S, I've placed the Y on the end.
And now you have some choices to make.
Well, after staring at it for quite some time, I concluded that it was either musky or dusky, because it couldn't be husky because I've eliminated the H in line 1 in botch. So dusky or musky, what would WordleBot do? Neither one. I don't like either word because I feel like we're dependent on the suffix for the word. And I think fussy I mean, maybe I'm contradicting myself. I don't know. I've never been one to know those parts of speech labels. But, like, I just don't feel like those are strong words. That said...
Well, we're getting down to the point where we're going through all the words. We're going to start getting to some of those obscure words that I don't even know. So, I mean, that's just the way it happens.
There's probably a lot of words out there, not to bring up farro again. Salad, farro salad.
Yeah.
WordleBot's favorite salad.
Okay. And pizza. I'll bring up pizza again.
Okay. Bitter. Are we bitter today?
No, because that's not a 5-letter word.
B-I-T-T-E. No. Does you spell it wrong?
All right, so you got a par with Dusky.
So I guessed Dusky, and you want to know why I guessed Dusky? Because I really was a toss-up. I guessed Dusky because I'm thinking ahead to the Wordle haiku. And if I have to have a choice of two, and I don't really have much to go on, I chose Dusky.
Well, speaking of the haiku, are you ready?
Do you have anything else to add?
Not really. I mean, I actually got a bogey today, and I also didn't get connections, so it's been kind of a tough morning for me. And I'd just like to move on, and I'd like to listen to the haiku and get into that headspace.
Okay. Well, the haiku today, I feel, reflects the current state of horror in our country. So, the words are in order: botch, spear, fussy, dusky. A seismic botch job. Spearmonger's fussy rage shoots out from dusky masks.
Wow, powerful. Could we hear it again, please?
Sure. A seismic botch job. Spearmonger's fussy rage shoots out from dusky masks.
Well done.
Thanks.
Thanks for listening today of your favorite podcast, The Wordle.
The Wordle spoiler.
Wordle. Well, thanks for listening today. And come back again for another Wordle spoiler
Podcast.
You want to do it this time?
No, I think we did it.